Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into a cosmic mystery that has baffled scientists and ignited imaginations for decades. Imagine this. It's 1977. You're an astronomer scanning the vastness of space, listening to the faintest whispers of the universe. And then you hear something. Not just a noise, but a signal so extraordinary, so unlike anything ever detected before, that all you can do is scribble one word next to it on the printout. Wow. Okay, let's talk about aliens. Seriously. But not in a tinfoil hat kind of way, more in a, that's actually kinda weird and maybe a little bit exciting kind of way. Because I recently dived into the story of the WOW signal, and frankly, it's a rabbit hole of fascinating mystery. And trust me, if you're even remotely curious about what's out there, this story is going to grab you. It's August 15th, 1977. Bell bottoms are still kinda cool. Star Wars has just blown everyone's minds. And somewhere in the middle of Ohio, a seriously dedicated astronomer named Jerry Eman is sifting through reams of computer printouts. Before you picture some whiz-bang computer screen, think more like paper. Lots and lots of paper spitting out numbers from the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University. This wasn't some tiny backyard setup. Big Ear was at the time the world's largest radio telescope dedicated to the search of extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI. These guys were seriously listening to the cosmos, just hoping, to hear a cosmic hello. Jerry was volunteering for the SETI project, spending his evenings in a dusty room, poring over these printouts. It was a bit like sifting through digital sand for a single grain of gold. Most of the data was just background noise, the hum of the universe doing its thing. But then, on that particular day, something jumped out. Something so unusual, so unexpected that Jerry, in his excitement, circled it in red ink and scribbled one word in the margin. Wow. And that's how the signal got its name. Simple, right? But the signal itself, not so simple. In fact, it's still one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in the search for life beyond Earth. So, what exactly did Jerry see that made him go wow? Well, it wasn't some blip or a faint whisper. This thing was loud, like seriously loud. Radio telescopes measure the intensity of radio waves, and on a scale where most signals were barely registering, this one shot off the charts. It was a narrowband signal, meaning it was concentrated on a very specific narrow frequency. Think of it like tuning your radio precisely to one station, instead of hearing static across the dial. Why is narrowband important? Because natural cosmic radio sources, like stars or galaxies, tend to broadcast across a wide range of frequencies. A narrow signal, especially this strong, screams artificial. Like someone or something is intentionally broadcasting on that frequency. And the frequency itself was significant, 1420.4056 MHz. Sounds like gibberish, right? But to SETI scientists, this is practically holy ground. It's the frequency of hydrogen, the most common element in the universe. Why hydrogen? Well, we figure any advanced civilization, wherever they are, will have a grasp of basic physics and astronomy. The wow signal lasted for exactly 72 seconds. That's how long Big Ear was designed to scan a single point in the sky. As the Earth rotated and the telescope's beam swept across the sky, it picked up this incredible signal for that brief window of time. Then, nothing. Silence. They tried to detect it again, and again, and again, for years. Scientists pointed Big Ear and then other radio telescopes back at the same patch of sky in the constellation Sagittarius. Nothing. Just the usual cosmic background hum. Imagine the frustration. It's like catching the faintest whisper of a conversation in a crowded room. A whisper that hints at incredible secrets, but then the room goes silent. And you can never hear it again. You know you heard something significant, but you can't quite grasp it, can't verify it, can't repeat it. Naturally, the Sirius started flying. What could it be? Could it actually be aliens? The initial excitement was palpable. This was exactly what SETI was designed for. Maybe we had finally found proof that we weren't alone in the universe. It was a moment of serious, genuine wonder. But then, reality and a healthy dose of skepticism set in. Scientists started looking for more mundane explanations. Could it have been terrestrial interference? Maybe a stray signal from a military radar or a malfunctioning satellite? Possibly, but unlikely. The Big Ear was designed specifically to filter out terrestrial interference. And the characteristics of the signal, especially that narrowband nature and the frequency, didn't really fit with typical Earth-based sources. What about natural cosmic phenomena? Could it be some exotic astrophysical event we didn't understand yet? Maybe a burst from a quasar or a weird type of star? Again, less likely. Natural sources usually broadcast across a wider bandwidth and often have different spectral characteristics. The wow signal was just too clean, too focused, too artificial sounding. One particularly intriguing, if slightly less exciting theory that emerged years later involved comets. Specifically, a type of comet known as 266P Christensen. In 2017, astronomer Antonio Paris suggested that the hydrogen cloud associated with these comets could have been the source. These comets emit hydrogen as they orbit the Sun, and if one of them happened to be in the right place and direction at the right time, well, maybe. The problem is, even this theory has holes. Firstly, no known comet was in the precise spot in the sky where the wow signal originated back in 1977. Secondly, while comets do emit radio waves, it's not entirely clear if they could produce a signal with the exact characteristics of the wow signal. Plus, it doesn't really explain why we've never detected anything quite like it from comets since. And honestly, none of the natural explanations quite captured the sheer uniqueness of the wow signal. It was this incredibly strong narrowband signal at the hydrogen line frequency, exactly where you would expect an extraterrestrial message to be. Then, poof, gone. Vanished without trace. So, where does it leave us? Well, the wow signal remains officially unexplained. It's still an anomaly, a cosmic what-if, that continues to intrigue and frustrate scientists and space enthusiasts alike. Is it proof of extraterrestrial intelligence? We can't say for sure. Absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence, as they say. Just because we haven't found a definitive natural explanation or redetected it, doesn't mean aliens were calling. But it also doesn't rule it out. Personally, I find the whole thing incredibly compelling. It's a reminder that the universe is a vast mysterious place, full of things we don't understand. The wow signal, even if it turns out to have a mundane explanation someday, and maybe it will, still represents a little crack in our comfortable, Earth-centric view of the cosmos. It whispers of possibilities, of things beyond our current comprehension. Isn't that what makes space exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life so endlessly fascinating? It's not just about finding little green men or spaceships, although wouldn't that be amazing? It's about pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, about asking the biggest questions. Are we alone? Is there anyone else out there listening? The wow signal for me isn't just a scientific anomaly. It's a symbol of our cosmic curiosity, our enduring hope that we might someday hear another wow. And maybe, just maybe, this time we'll be able to answer back. Until then, the universe remains silent, punctuated by the occasional tantalizing whisper from the unknown, leaving us wondering and always listening. And maybe, just maybe, that little bit of a wonder and mystery is exactly what keeps us looking up at the stars in the first place. That was our little excursion into 1977. What do you think happened there? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.